Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, as you can see, we are gonna do Xianyun's story quest. I hope I said it correctly. If I didn't, well, we will shortly find out. Of course, as every time, firstly, yes, we will unlock it, but before we go to the story quest, we're gonna do all daily commissions and spend resin. I think I'm going to spend it on Mora today. So yeah, let's say 10 minutes of doing all of that daily things and then starting with story quest. I mean, it's enough time for everyone to join. So yeah, let's unlock it, accept the quest. Firstly, let me collect the key. And yeah, sorry. And yes, we are going to start it right in a minute. I was going to say right now, but yeah, let's do daily things firstly.
We've been to so many places lately.
Welcome, Naruto.
From adventuring and just find somewhere nice to relax. Let Paimon think. Where are some nice places we could go? Oh, why don't we pay Cloud Retainer a visit at Mount Aksong?
Yes, Paimon, we will do that. Give me 5 minutes, please.
Popping up out of nowhere and scaring us half to death.
Why don't they activate that thing when you teleport to the closest? Why don't they do it like that? It would been so much better and easier, I think. I'm not sure. I do really think that it would be much better if Paimon started talking when I teleported there, but never mind. It's not like Hoyoverse will change anything because of me, so it is what it is. Okay. Yes, Paimon talks too much, definitely. And definitely in the wrong time. I was gonna do my daily commissions and she interrupted me. Right? One charge attack wasn't enough, but this is going to be enough. Okay, and the last one, right? I have my chocolate daily dose here. Oh no, why those two? You know what?
Evil shall be
I didn't use Zhao for such a long time. So, yeah, let's do it. Oh yeah. Nice. Nice. That was all of them? Yes. Nice. Ad Astra Abyssask. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. I think that domain which I need is not available at the moment, and I didn't switch my element on Traveler. And yes, Naruto yesterday I didn't record it, but I will record it soon. Yesterday I hit with my Dendro Traveler. With his skill I was hitting for 132k on Scaramouche. 132 with skill on Dendro. So I was a little bit surprised. Oh, yes, I do need only his normal attack, and I'm done with Traveler. Then I'm focusing everything on other characters, and after that I'm going to upgrade all of my weapons, or at least as much as I can at the moment. And afterwards, well, artifacts. When I spend all my crystals on upgrading weapon, I'm going to go and focus on artifacts. The same team as always, I guess. Maybe I should put Furina instead of Bennett. I'm not really sure. Have you done a new quest? Do you mean this one about the Lanternite? I didn't do it. I just entered the game. It was literally 5 minutes ago. So I haven't done it. I haven't done it. We will do event. I will make yes, on Wednesday I'm going to start a stream about the Lanternite on Wednesday. I know that everything isn't going to be unlocked, but it doesn't really matter. Everything's going to be fine anyways. We don't have to do the whole event, but at least half of it is going to be unlocked. So we will do the event together.
Silence.
So Naruto, I'm going to save it for Wednesday. Okay?
Shine down.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Everybody stand back.
Bow your head. Justice is blind.
I see everything.
Oh, come on. Okay. I collected everything, nice. And bam! Will you be able to join on Wednesday? I guess it's going to be the same time, so you don't have to worry about that.
Illusion shadow.
I see everything.
Done. Pick up the wrong test subject. Pick the wrong test subject.
Okay. And 60 more. Hmm. Okay,
Everyone hold hands.
a little bit more Mora, and we are set to go and finish the story quest. I really hope that they did something much better than in the last few ones, because in Navia's story quest we did have a little bit of fighting and we had a pretty nice scene, okay? But it was only one good scene. I really hope that they will surprise me today with something, I don't know, much more fighting, for example. That's the first thing I would like to see. And after that, well, I'm not sure, but at least give me a little bit more fighting. I do love the story and everything, but I really want to, you know, use that character in the story. I don't want to use it only in the trial or the testing arena, or however you want to call it. I would really like to see in the story quest what's the character going to be if I decide to pull for that one. I mean, I'm not going to pull for Xianyun, but still, that would be a great thing. Well, yes, we will do the quest now, but I would like not to know absolutely anything about the quest. Let me be surprised if it is any good, if you say it is. So, let me get surprised, okay? I'm really hoping that after so many story quests, which are, I won't say terrible, but I expected much more from them. So, after being kinda disappointed with so many quests, especially with Novelette's one, I thought that there will be some amazing scenes, you know? I hoped that I will see Novelette in action like in the Archon quest, but in the end they decided that we won't see that. Unfortunately. C3. Nice. We will experience half of the power from the Xianyun. Should I pick Zhao in my team? Would that be a better option? Because she's boosting plunge attack. So maybe to just take a look at the, you know, a little bit more damage on my Zhao burst. Should I take him? Okay. Come on. Oh yeah. You see, I'm ready for today. I have food, I have my water here, I have absolutely everything, and I'm ready for this quest. Because it's going to be 2 hours long, so got to be prepared. Okay, resin is spent, and we are finally switching to this story quest. I hope that I won't need any of these teleports for the rest of the quest. I hope that everything is going to be here and in the middle. But if it ends up being somewhere here in between, what can we do about it? Anyways, let's get going on with the quest. Yeah, I know that their build is always bad. Yes, I do know that. But I will, just for the sake of testing, I will switch to my Zhao.
Conquering demons is what I do.
Maybe to take
You want me on your team?
them. And yes,
Need
Faruzan.
the help of an elder, huh?
Let's try with them. Daddy Zhongli is visiting one of his Adeptus friends. Oh! I thought that I will die. Okay, here we go.
Here we are, right outside her place.
Yes!
Still remember the first time we came here? We even brought offerings and everything. And when we told her that Rex Lapis had been assassinated, she immediately threatened to squash Liyue Harbor. Paimon thought she'd be impossible to get along with. But now that we've spent some more time together, she's really not like that at all.
Spent some time together? When did we spend time together?
Still, Paimon's got some snacks around here somewhere, so if she really wants something, we can just use that. Huh? Traveler, did something catch your eye?
Zhao is singing in the background, right?
Whoa, what a pretty lady. Is she also here to visit Cloud Retainer?
It seems like she could also be a powerful Adeptus.
Yeah, you're right.
And
Oh,
she
just
is.
one look and you can tell she's someone special. As expected of that bird lady, really. She must have a whole bunch of Adepti friends from all over
Dude,
the country.
look at her
If
lips.
we're
The
both friends with Cloud
cold.
Retainer, then we're basically friends by association, right? Want to go up to her and say hello?
After playing this game for 3 years and Paimon always being first one to talk and being annoying one, Traveler is going to say, "Who knew you were such a social butterfly, Paimon?" Although she's going to say hello to absolutely everyone. Like, dude, really?
Helping you make more connections is a part of Paimon's job as your reliable guide. Paimon's got this.
Okay.
Hello.
Why are you nervous?
Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Why they didn't still change this? I cannot express how stupid it sounds to say Paimon is Paimon. It's really so annoying and stupid. I really don't understand why they didn't change it. And I'm going to complain absolutely every time when Paimon says that. So every time that line comes in the story quest, I'm going to complain. Because this is just so stupid. Paimon!
Paimon doesn't think we've met, but we're also friends of Cloud Retainer. May we have the pleasure of learning your name, Madam Adeptus?
You two.
Friendly
What is this
family
tomfoolery?
game.
Has the
I mean,
shifting
it
force
is.
so clouded your eyes that you no longer recognize them
Honestly,
anymore?
There's no blood in the game, and there's no, I would say, brutal kills. So yeah, it's kind of family friendly. Cloud Retainer, it's you! Who would say that? Wow!
Bird? But you look human. How did that happen?
Though donning human form is scarcely any test of one's abilities. As for your confusion, one merely had no reason to indulge such inclinations before.
So, you're indulging now because?
Well, one has made plans to pay a visit to some disciples at Liyue Harbor. Taking on a human form for such a trip is simply a way to make matters less conspicuous.
You
True.
worrying about keeping a low profile? You're the one who likes to pop up out of nowhere all over the place. In fact, Paimon can think of several examples. Like last year, when you suddenly appeared on the top of a roof without any warning. Or...
Yeah, Paimon, you talk too much. It feels like Cloud Retainer has her reasons but doesn't want to discuss them too openly. Okay. I almost forgot. Paimon brought you some gifts.
Hey, didn't we agree not to bring that up unless she asked?
Oh? So you have taken
You
care
would
to
have
follow the
saved it
proper
for
rules
the
of
next
etiquette after
time?
all.
I mean, what?
Most commendable.
Well...
Oh! You're
One has never
okay,
found
okay,
oneself
okay.
lacking in
I
basic
didn't get it
comforts.
on the first
On the
one
contrary,
because I
it
was
is the
trying
gesture
to
that
listen
one
to the
values
story
above
at the
all
same
else.
time.
So long as you
So,
show proper respect and consideration.
Yeah, I do know
the
what do you
quantity or
think.
quality of the gift is but a trivial matter.
I do know what are you thinking about it. So, when it comes to that,
Anyway, where were we before you reminded Paimon about the gifts?
I mean, if you don't make, let's just say it, beautiful character, no one is going to pull for it. You know? If it's, I don't know, fully covered or just ugly, no one is going to pull for that character. You have to do something. I mean, of course, not to too much expose the skin and everything, but still, something. Cloud Retainer said that she is going to visit some of her disciples.
Ah, right. So by disciples, you must mean Ganyu and Shenhe.
Oh yeah,
Since we last saw them.
and
Maybe we
I'm
can
thinking about
One
buying
plan to extend
both
the invitation
skins.
even if you
I'm
had
not
raised the matter
still
yourself.
sure.
Shenhe and Ganyu should be quite pleased to see you
I need
again.
to check out the
However,
skins
one would
firstly.
first inquire as to the
and
reason
then I
behind
will
your visit
decide.
Here. You have cause to seek one's company?
Pull Raiden for sword? Because she's pulling it from her heart? Right? Just because of that? No reason in particular.
Yeah, we just found ourselves missing you and wanted to see how you were doing. We were hoping you'd tell us one of your stories. Who knew we'd run into your human form while we were at it?
I was so bored that I came to visit you, and yeah, I don't really care about my sister. I stopped searching for her because I don't know, I don't care anymore. What are you talking about, Paimon? This sentence is stupid.
Is that so? If there are no urgent matters at hand, then let us make haste for Liyue Harbor. Ganyu is likely still working at Yue High Pavilion, so that shall be our first stop.
I mean, I should go to Natlan, but yeah, let's get back to Liyue. Came here for Primos.
Ganyu has been quite busy with work as of late. One can count on one talon the number of times she returns to Mount Altsong each year. Shenhe has also secured employment recently. In her correspondence with me, she wrote that she shall have no need to return for the foreseeable future. Did they think one was so easily mollified? One shall investigate everything with one's own eyes and decide for oneself if their living conditions are satisfactory.
Okay, you stopped talking. Okay, now I can teleport. I wanted to hear what she's going to say. And yes, Naruto, if you're thinking about fan service, when it comes to making a character, I would say that they need to
We're almost at Way High Pavilion.
they need to,
hey, do
you
think
know,
Ganyu will be shocked to
make
see
them a
Cloud
little
like
bit
this?
better,
You
because
have no idea Shenhe and Ganyu
as you
are
can
like
see
heroes
now
for
on the
before.
Traveler
Uh,
and other characters,
where did she go?
it's kind of blurry, you know. It's not so sharp, and my settings for Genshin are completely on maximum, okay? Completely on maximum. I know that in the stream it's even worse than I can see now, but dude, 4K and totally maximum on the settings, and they are still blurry with pixels. Ears are not so well done. Eyes could be better. I mean the whole face. Feet on Shenhe looks like, I don't know, blocks, not fingers. I mean, you know, they could fix all of that, and they should. They should make it much better, much better, and then everyone will definitely pull even more. She didn't come with us.
Why are you just standing there, Cloud Retainer?
Quietly now. One shall stay here. You two can go and meet with her.
But why? Isn't it better if we all go together?
If one were to proudly proclaim one's presence, Ganyu would surely profess herself otherwise unoccupied and drop everything to attend to one's visit. One fears that would only result in her staying up all night to make up for lost time. One does not wish to trouble her. Conversing vicariously via you two shall suffice. Do remember to inquire as to her recent well-being. Again, do not mention one's presence here.
Fair enough. Makes sense. Alright then, we'll just pass on your regards and...
Cloud Retainer?
Why don't you want...
Busted.
I don't understand it. Why would you want to stay hidden?
You know, Ms.
I mean,
Ganyu?
is it going to be
She
some
is
kind of
indeed.
surprise for
I'm
Ganyu?
sorry, Xianyun, but could we delay the upcoming meeting for a little bit? I believe my schedule today is quite full. Although, perhaps I could move some work to later in the evening.
Oh, not to worry, Miss Gunn.
She
I'll make the
sounds
necessary
really
arrangements
exhausted.
right away.
Thank you, Xianyun.
Yes, I do know that Hoyoverse is now a billion company.
It's been a while, Ganyu.
Honestly, making characters look even better, I think it's more important than putting game to 120 FPS, okay? Because really, 60 is okay. 60 was always okay. Alright? So, if you can make better skins, better characters, make them look better, don't make fingers on feet with blocks, don't make blurry outfits, you know. I think that they have so much potential for this game, and when it comes time to, I would say, redo absolutely everything in the game, when we came to the finish, to the last part, when we finish all of that, they could make, I would say, it's not a rework, it's just a rework on the skins and on cities. It could look so good, and I really hope that they will do it in the end, okay? I really hope that they will do it.
Greetings. What brings you here today? And Cloud Retainer, too. It's been quite some time since I last saw you in this form.
You are quite mistaken. One is not acquainted with this cloud retainer of whom you speak. One is simply a mere mortal passerby.
Huh?
Seems she's not buying it.
Of course she isn't. Ganyu saw right through her.
That was but a simple test. One did not expect you to be able to recognize one so easily, especially after so many years of only seeing one's other form.
Why would I recognize you? I used to see you every day. How bad do you think my memory is?
But recognizing you is, my responsibility as your disciple.
An apt observation. One was simply passing by while attending to some important business. One thought it would only be fitting to pay you a visit while in the area.
Wait, Paimon wasn't
Okay.
aware of any important. Cloud Retainer's right. We've still got something super important to do, so we can't stay here for too long today.
Oh, is that so? But it's been so long since we last saw each other.
One simply desired to see you and had no intention of interrupting your work. A quick conversation should suffice for today. A more involved reunion should wait until you find yourself less occupied.
I understand. That should be fine.
While one acknowledges the amount of work that you have to deal with every day, one must also remind you to rest. Though Adepti blood flows through your veins, excessive exhaustion will still cause grave harm to your body. It still makes one nostalgic to see you as you are now, respected and independent. When you were young, you oft begged one to cuddle you to sleep when you suffered from nightmares.
Cloud Retainer! Stop!
If you insist. We are running short on time regardless, so one will refrain from going into each and every story. Why don't you continue your conversation? One shall simply stand by and listen.
Kinda reunited quest. So,
Wow, you've
is
been
there
to
going
so
to
many
be
new
any
places since the last
fighting
time
at
we
all?
spoke. If you ever need anything, please just come find me at Liyue High Pavilion. Also,
If they are going to talk for
forgive me
2
for my
hours,
presumptuousness, Cloud Retainer.
then
you
I
plan to
really don't
continue
know what
appearing
I'm
in
doing
this
with my
form.
life.
Don't you think it'd be helpful to adopt a human name?
A human name? Huh. You raise a valid point. Considering the sheer extent of one's renown, Cloud Retainer is surely too recognizable as a name.
You really think so? Not that you're not famous or anything, but that famous?
You presume to know the extent of one's illustrious achievements. One would hardly think such a thing to be possible. Nevertheless, Ganyu's advice cannot be ignored. From this point on, when in public occasions, be sure to refer to one as Xianyun.
Xianyun?
Ah, I assume that's a reference to the full record of Pristine Pavilion. An adeptus of years past would rise with the clouds and rest with the moon. They were enlightened and wise, free and unfettered. The writer referenced Master's name to describe her carefree and spontaneous nature.
Oh, that sounds super cool! Paimon feels like only the most powerful of Adepti could rise with the clouds and rest with the moon.
Actually, those lines were originally written to describe Cloud Retainer herself.
Huh? Wait, so you're really that powerful?
And what of it? Did you truly take one to be nothing more than a bird of bigger than average size?
Not exactly.
Sorry, had to take it. You like this quest? Okay, I hope that I will like it as well. Let's continue. Paimon looked away in embarrassment. That's totally what Paimon had in mind.
To be fair, Cloud Retainer rarely speaks of her past accomplishments. The tales of her past can only be found in ancient texts. It is said that once, a long, long time ago, there was a severe drought in Liyue. Left with no choice, many people left their homes, while others spent day and night praying to the Adepti. Although I did not live through such tragedy, simply reading about it is enough to gain a visceral understanding of all the pain and desperation during that time. On top of the drought, a noxious gas also began to spread through the land. If not for Cloud Retainer's efforts, much of Liyue would be nothing more than a barren wasteland today. The books
Nice.
had this to say about what happened. Upon arrival, the Adeptus borrowed the wind to retain the clouds. Immediately, the clouds gathered together, and abundant rain burst forth from the heavens. Drought and plague were both driven away, and the people were saved.
Okay.
That's incredible!
Mortal records add embellishments to dramatize past events. One did merely with one art, and even if one had not interceded, the other Adepti would surely have stepped in to help.
Even so, you
Maybe.
solved an entire drought! Can you really control the weather like the book said?
It seems so.
Paimon suddenly has a lot more respect for you. So it was Paimon's bad for calling you Illuminated Bird before. You're not too mad, are you?
How laughable. A name is but a simple label we carry with us on our journey through the world. Why would one be offended by such a trivial matter?
That's a relief. In that case, Paimon will continue to call you whatever feels right in the moment.
Well, imagine owning the Xianyun would let you control the weather, and then you can select when it's raining to turn it off, and then you can turn it on, of course, and something like that, something ridiculous. Oh god, imagine that.
Well, that is enough ancient history for now. Ganyu, have you had word from Shenhe? One has heard that she procured a job recently. Have you any thoughts on her workplace? And what, pray tell, of her monthly remuneration? Moreover, does she find herself overly inundated with work? Is she allowed time off during Lantern Rite?
That is a lot of questions.
A lot of
There is
questions
no cause
in
for
a single
concern, Cloud
question.
Retainer. I introduced Shenhe to her employer personally. Wanmin Restaurant's business has been booming recently. So, with Chef Mao being swamped with customers, and Shangling still off and out in search of new recipes, I introduced Shenhe to staff the restaurant.
I see. Most excellent indeed. One has had the pleasure of being introduced to that family. Shangling is kind and astute, while her father is loyal and reliable. One has no cause to believe that they will make Shenhe's work difficult. Now, it is almost time to partake in the victuals of noon. One shall visit Wanmin Restaurant in person and see how Shenhe is doing.
Huh? But didn't you just say that you had something important to do?
Can that wait until after we've eaten?
You may return to your work, Ganyu. One shall see to this matter on one's own. There will be many an occasion to dine together in the future. One is certain the opportunity shall present itself most readily.
Of course, Cloud Retainer. Please take care. Traveler, Paimon, I'll see you some other time.
See you around, Ganyu!
Alright, let's find Shenhe.
Paimon was pretty quick on the uptake there, don't you think? As soon as you mentioned important business to attend to, Paimon realized that you were just looking to cut the conversation short and not take too much of Ganyu's time. Is Paimon right?
No, in fact, it was not an excuse. One is indeed visiting Liyue Harbor for an important purpose.
Wait, for real?
The
For
moment
real.
is not yet upon us. Still, the truth will be revealed to you in time.
She really seems to
Interesting.
be playing up the whole mysterious Adeptus thing right now. Is it because we just heard that cool story about her powers?
So it seems that whoever is making characters
You get what I'm
to
saying,
be
right?
all
Yeah, how can I not?
I don't know,
Not even
in
fine
some kind
food
of
is enough to distract from the
relationship
presence of a fine
or
lady, huh?
completely in family.
I'm far more
If Yao
interested in
Yao
getting her details
really
than
said that,
ordering any
I didn't
dishes.
watch it,
Hey,
so
how about
I
you
don't
ask
know.
her? You do it. No. I think you should. Wait, she's coming.
What can I get for you today?
Greetings, miss. I was just wondering if you'd be willing to...
What would you
Willing
like
to
order?
what? She
Two servings of more meat to go. Oh, good.
She's
Bye.
not so scary, come on. Dude. She has some kind of serious look,
It's
but
been a while.
come on.
May I take
She's
your
not
order?
scary at all.
Welcome us as guests and greet us as old friends in the same line. It's weird.
Yeah, it's been a while, Shenhe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and this is?
Kinda. I
This
pulled
is
for her, so
Xianyun.
I use her often.
Master?
One does not recall ever revealing this form to you before. How were you able to ascertain one's true identity with such ease?
I've trained and lived with Master for more than 10 years. I would recognize you no matter what form you take.
10 years? Wasn't that
Is something the matter, Master?
much
Hardly.
longer?
Hardly. One simply learned of your employment from your letter and came to check on your well-being.
Wasn't that much longer? Only 10
Indeed.
years.
It's almost lunchtime.
Hmm.
My apologies. I'm still
That's
on the
kinda
clock and
suspicious.
can't talk for very long.
I think it's not the how it
Well,
was in the
if it isn't
first
the traveler in
place.
Paimon, are you here for Shenhe?
Hmm.
The lunch rush isn't in yet, Shenhe. So I've got things covered for now. Go ahead, sit down and enjoy some time with your friends. I'll let you know if things pick up.
Thank you, Chef Mao.
Okay, so it seems that still Hoyoverse is making a lot of characters have some kind of relationship. Not completely family, but you know what I mean. Still making them be as close as possible. Okay? I mean, it's the same thing.
It is just
Hu
as
Tao
unexpected.
and
The
Zhongli
owner of Wanmin Restaurant is
I
indeed
mean,
a
Hu
most
Tao is
reasonable
boss
and accommodating human.
to Zhongli and
Still,
some
the work here
things
entails
like that, you
dealing
know.
with quite a varied group of people. Has this been difficult for you, Shen?
Kaya and Diluc being stepbrothers,
It's
all
been
of that.
manageable so far. I sometimes run
Making
into
them
strange
as close
people,
as possible
but I
to
have
be.
figured out a way to deal with them.
Some kind of
Seems like you've been making
relationship, it
progress.
doesn't really matter
So by
what
dealing
kind,
with them,
but still
you mean
pushing it to
First, I try to talk sense
make
into them.
everyone have
If that
something.
doesn't work, I threaten them with violence. At this point, they usually decide they are in favor of a civil conversation.
oh, how should Paimon put this?
Yao Yao is sweet, yes. Sounds reasonable enough.
Oh, a sensible plan. One is gladdened to see you integrate so well into human society.
And you, Master? How have you been?
Simply marvelous. Though Mount Outsong has scarcely enjoyed your presence recently, one has hardly found the pleasure of one's own company to be lacking.
I see. Oh, just as expected of Master.
What she means to say is she actually misses the two of you a lot.
I have missed Master quite a bit too. Even though work has been busy lately, I've already had a conversation with Chef Mao about taking some time
Work
off soon
is
to
busy.
visit Master.
Or you are busy
Indeed.
on work while working.
Do make note of such matters in your letters in the future. There's hardly a need to keep one in suspense.
You should correct that.
Oh, her mood shot up just like that.
By the way, Master, since you are in Liyue Harbor, have you had the chance to visit Ganyu?
Indeed.
Already
She
did.
is similarly preoccupied with her work. There was time only to exchange a few simple pleasantries.
Ganyu told us the story of Cloud Retainer's name. It was amazing. We never knew how powerful she was before.
I see. In that case, allow me to also share a story about Master's past.
Oh?
Is that a problem, Master? I believe this to be a good topic of conversation.
No, not a problem. One was simply caught off guard. But no matter. Please, proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
Master once participated in a race against Mooncarver. After Mooncarver lost, he insisted that Master's ability to fly gave her a natural edge in such a contest. In response, Master agreed to forego flying in return for being able to use one of her devices in the race. Mooncarver accepted, only to find Master with a brand new device on the day of the contest.
Huh. What kind of device was it?
It was a mechanical vehicle made out of iron. What was it called again? Oh, an electro-powered bicycle?
Oh, you refer to the bicyclical Thunder Flashmobile. One spent 49 days conceptualizing and crafting it. It need only be infused with
49
adaptable energy,
days.
and it can cover thousands of miles in one day. Oh, it boggles the mind.
Thousands
why
of miles in
Mooncarver
one
ever
day
supposed he
in a
might best me in
single
contest of
freaking day.
locomotion. Though he
Come
sprinted
on.
with all his might, he
That's
could barely keep up.
ridiculous.
Alas, the one flaw of my mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds from victory, when it was thrown off course and failed to make it across the final stretch. Truly a most unfortunate turn of events. Anyway, do go on, Shenhe.
Master, that was the end of that story.
Of course.
Is that so?
Shenhe's storytelling.
One has
Dude,
seldom felt the desire to call upon those old fossils for another
she
contest. What is a race without spectators, after all?
she won against
Have
him,
you been lonely,
and
Master?
after that
Lonely?
there was another challenge,
At one
and she won
age,
again.
Entire
The
human
end.
generations come and go in the blink of an eye. Even one's
Shenhe's
own self-directed
storytelling.
musings can span several days
Wow.
and nights. 'Tis a most foreign sentiment. The mere mention of it is preposterous.
Mm-hmm.
What is the reason for that look upon your face?
Yes, Paimon.
It's nothing.
What's the reason?
Well, Paimon gained a lot of respect for you after listening to that story of you summoning the rain and everything. But all it took was a few words out of your mouth, and it's like you're back to being that illuminated bird again. I was just a little bit confused. Which one of the two is the real Cloud Retainer?
To me, they are both, Master.
The bird
One
is the real
master
one.
that's widely revered by the people, while the other is the master that I respect and adore.
You see,
One
the bird.
finds oneself exalted yet again with sweet words of praise and flattery of a most extravagant nature. You chose to exalt one with your words, yet you refuse to grace Mount Outsong with your presence for any extended period of time. One would almost question the sincerity of your estimations. This is not to say that your words paint an inaccurate picture. One has always lived by a single ideal. Eschew all action and abide by no rule. One does as one pleases and speaks as one pleases. Others may critique or praise as they see fit.
Paimon just
Yet one
makes many
places
things
little weight in
annoying
such
in these
judgments.
conversations.
She got like, what, 2 sentences of flattery from her disciple, and it's as if her ego is about to burst.
Do you have any empty tables?
Hey there, could we get another fish stew?
I'm hearing more guests come in. I should get back to work.
Alright, good luck with
I
your
mean,
next
you
session,
have 2 or 3 tables, and that's it.
I'll try my best.
Okay, fine.
So much yummy food! Paimon's gonna
Well, you can give me this. You can give me this one. I wouldn't complain. Can you eat this kind of food, Cloud Retainer? Shouldn't it be Cloud Retainer? Can you eat this kind of food? Never mind.
One is fond of all kinds of delicacies and delights in a multitude of flavors. The dishes here demonstrate no shortage of culinary skill. Their unique
I
flavor
hope that
profile has left one
Inazuma
more than satisfied.
is going to
In
get
fact,
some kind of
one has been
some
struck
kind
by
of
quite a
quest
bit of inspiration.
in
One has
few
already
updates.
begun to conceptualize the next
I don't know.
generation
Let's
of
say
supreme
4.7
cuisine
or
machines.
8. I really hope that
Everything's so
Inazuma is going to
tasty.
get some kind
I
of
bet you had
quest,
at times, but still super
and that it
tasty.
will in the end
I'm sorry,
include
miss, but our
Raiden.
tables are full.
I would really like that.
Shall we try somewhere else, Granny?
Now join us.
But it smells so delightful. Can we really not eat here? My poor legs can't go on for much longer.
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and see if anyone's happy to share a table.
Okay, I'll ask around.
You see, 3 tables. It's not that much work.
Excuse me. Would you mind letting us share a table with you? There are no empty tables left, so...
Of course.
doesn't mind. What about you guys?
I don't mind either.
Great. Thanks so much. My name is Xianyun, and this is my granny, Yuendai. Granny? Yep. Is there something wrong with that? No. Paimon's just a bit surprised. She looks so young.
When it comes to regions, yes, Inazuma is amazing as a region, I do agree, but Hoyoverse makes it hard to choose which one should stay favored to you, because Fontaine looks amazing, and now this part, the new part of Liyue, looks even more amazing. There are so many things on the ground, on grass. There are so many trees, the fallen ones, so many different rocks placed. Absolutely so many things placed, the new ones. And I do think that every time a new part and a new region comes out is going to be better than anything we had before that, okay? When new part of Fontaine comes out, it's going to look good, but if it's not going to be some kind of city or anything, then it's not going to be as amazing as new part of Liyue, because we have small towns in that region, in that part of the map, okay? So every time they get something out, it looks better than the last one. If you have some kind of city or town in it, okay? If you don't have some kind of city, then no, it's not going to be better, it's going to be the same as the city in that region, okay? But yes, every single time it's becoming better and better, and I really love that. And I, as I said for characters, hope that in the end they will make some kind of rework on absolutely everything and make it as good as possible, okay? Yes, I did notice that all of the samurais and ninjas are in Inazuma. Welcome, Yokomoko. Nice to see you. Well, we started the Xianyun's story quest, and we visited Ganyu and Shenhe. We are halfway done with the first part, or possibly even close to the end of the first part of the quest. Hopefully there will be 4 parts of the quest, because I said few updates ago, I said that I really like when they put every part of the quest to be half an hour. I think that's a sweet spot, okay? I think that is a sweet spot. And yeah, let's continue. I hope that they will implement 30 minutes per part of the quest. And when it comes to this one, if it is 2 hours, so 4 parts. I really hope that they will do it.
Yeah, a lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful looks, but she's actually much older than she appears.
Did thunder really
Why don't you take a seat?
strike
Come
you
on,
so
it's not
many
polite to
times?
stare.
Oh, have we met before?
No.
Tis a fated meeting then. Please, take a seat.
What would you like to eat, Granny? I can order for you.
I want braised earthworms.
What?
They always pop up out of the ground after a rainstorm.
No, not this again. Granny, there's no braised earthworms on the menu. Braised earthworms? Well, that sounds weird. Do people actually eat that?
You're eating worms? Why? Well, can't hurt to ask.
Right, that's what Paimon was thinking too.
I wasn't thinking that, but okay.
Help? Oh, do you mean Granny? Thanks, that's nice of you to offer. Granny has pretty bad dementia, so her memory's getting worse all the time. She's always saying things that sound kinda confusing. Actually, her memory's been bad ever since I was little. But it's gotten so bad lately that I even have to remind her who I am every morning.
Wait. When you were little, and now you are what? You grew up? You are like 7. Welcome. Well, I'm really good today, okay? I had a little bit of trouble with my car and getting it fixed. It took a lot of time, and a lot of that time was wasted. And yeah, I could have done it really quickly today, but you know, they don't care about it, and I lost so much time. Wow, really, Naruto? You really came with that idea? I was just talking about the regions, and every time when a new region comes out with a new city, okay? So this time in Liyue we got 2 new cities, and now I think that's going to be my favorite region, okay? Because it's looking it's looking amazing, okay? It looks the best at the moment. Definitely looking the best, okay? So for now, that one, because it's looking much better than any before, so you're not going to change your mind. Well, I hope that it will come to the point when they are going to make a rework on everything, and Inazuma is going to look as good as the new Liyue region. Or in the end, you know, Snezhnaya and Celestia when we come to the end of the game. But yes, I really hope that's going to happen. And then you can really ask which region is my favorite, because now the one which looks the best is my favorite. Okay, so just the new part of Liyue, but the whole region as the one region for the, let's say, element is the Fontaine. Okay, the Fontaine as the whole region is my favorite, but just one part on the map, the new Liyue region, just the new part. Okay, let's continue. What about your parents? Yeah, they died young. You are 7! How young were they? They weren't even 30. God.
But it's okay. Don't feel bad. Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too. Sure, it's hard at times, but you just gotta make the best of the life you've got. Wow. You're really tough for your age, kid. You're too kind.
And me?
Yes,
what about
Inazuma
me?
will definitely
You're
get
tough too,
more.
Granny. Plus, you're so gentle, and you're always there for me.
Inazuma will
Yes,
definitely get
and
more
it's hardly
area,
as if
it
I
will
forget
expand,
everything.
I'm
I
sure.
still remember the important
They will just
things.
make a new island, okay? Just gonna make a new island.
What was that really important thing again? Ah, I remember now. It was a dream. I had a dream where everything was dark. Someone was standing in front of me. She told me to come and find her, and that once I'd found her, I would be free.
Huh?
Okay.
That sounds super important. But how come you've never told me about it before?
It was just a dream, so I forgot about it. But I'm in a good mood now, and somehow I remembered it again. Ah, you know, I believe I've had this dream a great many times. But just how many times have I had it? Now that I do not remember.
So you have a reoccurring dream where someone's talking to you? That sounds spooky.
It
Does that
does.
mean you're possessed?
The first thought on my mind
Unlikely.
too.
Her eyes are clear and her breathing remains calm and level. One sees no signs of possession.
Are you sure?
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept? Am I not an expert?
You're right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert. In that case, do you still remember what the person in your dreams looked like, Granny?
Not anymore.
Thanks, Yokomoko.
Although, I have a sense that she looked rather like me. But not as I am now. My younger self.
A younger version of Granny? This is just getting weirder and weirder. What is going on here?
Oh, come
As
on.
one said, fate must have brought us together. You may leave the situation to me.
Are you sure?
No, give
So, what do
give
you
me
mean?
the camera angle from behind.
Paimon's Paimon.
Why I hate this. I hate this. Paimon is Paimon. Just say, you see, I'm Traveler. You could have said, I'm Paimon. Why would you say Paimon is Paimon? Do you know what would I say? Naruto is Naruto. Yes. Do you know what would I say if this was the real life situation? I would have said, and what is Paimon? Please explain me first what is Paimon, then I will know what are you. And you will say, Paimon is flying little thing. And then what?
Just Xianyun is fine.
You see?
Thank you all so
Normal
much for offering to help.
introduction.
First, I'm sorry for asking. but,
I'm losing my mind.
How do you want us to pay you back? Oh, we don't need any payment for this.
I have read it, Naruto, don't worry about it. But it's not annoying how many times they put that line in the game, you know? That's just so annoying. We're just curious about your situation and want to help you if we can.
Thank you so much. You're welcome. But Miss Xianyun, what exactly can we do to help out this grid? All we have to go off is that dream. Where do we start?
Well, we enter
That
the
is
dream.
elementary. Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth. Once we have revisited those places, her memories will likely return.
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny, do you remember which places you went to when you were young?
Why, of course I do. The heavens above, the earth below, the wispy clouds, and the emerald mountain streams.
Okay,
Okay. Do you see this? It's the same thing that Xianyun has. Okay? Similar symbol. Similar. Paimon, the unknown god. I don't know. I don't know. You know how they said that the third descender, his remains, are what the Gnosis holds, and the fourth descender and the fifth descender are Aether and Lumine? I'm not sure. Maybe Paimon is the second descender who is helping the unknown god who is the first descender. Imagine that. Imagine that they are working together, and when it comes to the end of the game, you think that you fought against the unknown god when Paimon transforms, but you learn in a really short time that there is one more to take care of. And then the story cuts out, okay? And then you need to wait for another update. And then you lose your mind. And then there are theories. Let's just continue with the quest.
I had an idea. Once when I was really little, my dad
Yes,
told me
Paimon
that
is
he
controlling
used to be a martial
time
artist heroine,
because
saved the world
you're
with
skipping
disaster.
everything.
If it's true, then maybe they wrote about it in the history books or something. A martial arts heroine? Oh, Shinto knows tons about Liyue's chivalric traditions. If anyone knows about the heroes of the past, it's him. Let's go find him at the Xianyun Commerce Guild.
Are
Okay.
you leaving already? But I'm still hungry.
Well, eat! The table is full!
There's nothing on the menu you especially want. I'll just get a few different things.
It seems we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Xianyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have matters to discuss with Streetward Rambler.
Streetward Rambler?
Streetward Rambler?
Precisely. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace once you are ready.
Okay. First part of the quest finished. Yes, I was right about it. Incredible. Okay, incredible. That was perfect timing. Let's teleport. Let's get a little bit closer. Okay. Alright, Xingqiu.
Huh. It's you two. What brings you here?
Work, 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 and only work. That's what's bringing me to you. Or at least saving absolutely everyone except my sister. That's what's bringing me. Well, anything is helpful and appreciated.
I can't pinpoint her identity from your description alone, but considering her age, I am reminded of a nameless heroine who's been featured in various chivalric novels.
Okay.
Nameless heroine?
That's right. The novels often speak of a great drought from 50 years ago. As the people suffered, a nameless heroine appeared and began to clear away evil spirits and bandit camps. The people idolized her, but never learned her name. All they knew was that she always acted alone.
I don't remember how much HP do I have.
She fell in love with a similarly noble-minded
But I can guess what it is, okay? I can guess.
They were well matched in more ways than one, often fighting together as a fearsome duo of otherworldly strength. After the drought ended, the heroine and the exorcist left the public eye and began living a reclusive life in the mountains. All that remained were tales of her incredible accomplishments.
I guess it would happen, yes. Naruto, I think that she would actually... I do think that she will become even more powerful because everyone will have to, you know, obey her. So I'm not sure, maybe. Explace? What do you mean by explace?
The way this nameless heroine faded from fame into obscurity later in life is not too dissimilar from Miss Yuendai. I hope that's somewhat helpful.
Thanks a lot, Xingqiu. We knew it'd be worth talking to you.
It's nothing at all. Just something I came across while reading. I did do a bit of extra research on her story, but it was just out of personal curiosity.
Well, Paimon still thinks that's super cool. Oh, wait, Xingqiu, if you've read up on her, do you know of any places often associated with her?
Let me think. In the novels, the nameless heroine always appeared near one of 3 places. Wangshu Inn, the area just north of Jueyun Karst, and Xianyun Peak. Perhaps the real-life heroine who inspired the character was also often seen near those 3 places. That would explain why those locations appear in the various novels written about her.
Okay, you were a huge help.
You're welcome. To be honest, I found some parts of the story confusing when I first came across it.
Explain?
If Miss Yuendai was indeed the
I'm
original
not sure,
inspiration
but
for the character,
I do think that she would get more power because everyone would respect even more.
Even after
okay,
retiring from the
she will get
eye.
much more respect
No one ever
with
saw
taking
or heard
all
from
of
the
that,
nameless heroine
all of
again.
those visions,
There are even rumors that she
and
became
I
extremely ill.
guess it would
I've
give
never
her more
understood
power.
why
Yes,
someone would go
I
to such
do
lengths
think
to
it
erase
would.
themselves from public memory.
I'm not 100% sure.
It's
I
almost
don't
as if
remember.
She was trying to hide from something. There's probably far more to the story than what's been written.
We'll be sure to tell you if we manage to uncover the truth.
That's a deal. Perhaps.
Oh,
behind the
yeah,
truth of
let's
it
go.
all, there lies a story more fantastical than any work of fiction.
Paimon feels like we just learned so much from Xingqiu. A drought, a nameless heroine, a life of seclusion. Wait, why does the story sound super familiar?
Because it is.
Oh, right! There's a drought in this story, too! Xingqiu, are droughts super common in Liyue or something?
Well, they used to be. But people have long since developed methods to prevent them, like by cultivating the soil.
Yeah, that's why I
minerals.
asked what do you mean by that, because I
So while
think
droughts do
that
happen
word
from time to
doesn't
time,
even
they
exist.
are rarely regarded
So I
as true
was a little
disasters.
bit confused.
The drought 50 years ago is probably one of the worst we've had in the last several centuries. The crops withered, the streams ran dry, and the monsters in the mountains became rabid and agitated. Countless caravans were attacked, and people who lost their homes came together to form bandit groups. What started as a natural disaster soon became a human tragedy as well.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, and that's exactly why the nameless heroine was so beloved. She must have been someone of true integrity, to do so much for the people while asking nothing in return. Still, as terrible as that drought was, it was nothing compared to the truly calamitous disasters that befell this land in ancient times. They say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe and more common. Only the strongest of Adepti could hope to dispel the ruin and devastation. Do you have
Okay.
any other questions?
We're good for now. We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Xianyun and the others again. I'm in
And
hopes that
tell
Granny
them
Yu and
what
I
we
will be able to
learned.
remember more of her past. She used to be a great hero who saved many people. So sad that she can't recall any of it. Anyway, we'll be off now. See you some other time.
One more
Shinjo.
cloud
Thank you so much for
retainer.
your help.
It's no problem at all. Safe travels.
Bye bye. Wait, why do I go up there? Oh, it's 777. Yes. 5200 exactly on Farzan. Nice. Where is the last fish? Oh, thank you. Okay. Oh, come on. Why did you fall again?
I have recorded the tune that you requested. I hope it will be of help to you.
Oh, wow.
Oh, thank you.
Jackpot. Oh, yeah. 777. Yes.
What has amused you so? Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such change in this world.
You mean Raiden, Naruto, right?
Just the same as ever.
If you mean Raiden,
Time has little bearing
well,
on one's
she's
existence, nor has one keenly felt
my
its effects whilst
third
dwelling
favorite
Mount
character.
Elfsong.
Okay,
Nevertheless,
Zhongli, Neuvillette, and then
I would
Raiden.
like to seek your counsel on a personal matter.
Oh,
Why so formal all of a sudden?
I didn't
I'll
know
say,
that it
nervous.
is big.
What is it?
Well, the inquiry is as such. Approximately how much more would one need to afford a comfortable life in the harbor, not unlike the one that you yourself lead?
Huh.
It does not
Wow.
require as much as you may think.
Even insulting her.
Do you mean that?
Wow.
Retainer, Madam Ping! What are you two talking about?
Well, Cloud Retainer is insulting Madam Ping. In the same time that she is actually taking stuff that she made for her,
Save it for when
I would say it's an amazing deal. You say horrible things to the person who helped you. That's so wonderful,
Young
okay?
lady. Here.
I definitely
some tea.
agree with that.
Thank you so much. What do you think, Shuyu? Does it match up with what you know of your granny? According to the story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount Tianheng. Maybe that's my grandpa. I don't have
Maybe.
many memories of him. But there was this one time I found a box in our attic full of a bunch of weird sigils.
Oh, well, let me see them and we will find out. Madam Ping is my favorite NPC. Well, possibly. I wouldn't say that she isn't, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can say that she is. I would have to think about it. Seems like the stories were on the right track. We should probably pay a visit to the 3 places mentioned in the books.
I think so too. Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place.
What marvelous tea. I can taste the dew's sweetness in this cup. It's as if I was taking a stroll in the mountains, thoroughly one with nature and at peace.
Is that so? Then please drink as much as you like. There's no need to hurry. At our age, it's always nice to slow down and take the time to appreciate pleasant conversation among friends.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Let's rest here for a little while then.
Okay, since we have the time, can I ask you something?
Well, of course.
Sure thing. What would you like to know? I have a secret I want to tell you. Let's go talk over there.
A secret? No, just skip this stupid... You could have just done the same thing.
What's wrong, Xianyun?
Just make that black screen instead of making me run.
But are you guys all adepti in disguise? Oh! How about that?
Why do you say that?
Well, you guys just seem super special.
Super special?
I've heard Miss Xianyun call herself an adeptus.
I'm not the Power Ranger to be super special.
Xianyun, since you were the one who, misspoke, maybe you can explain to Xianyun here what you really meant by that.
One is indeed an adeptus. Is that of some concern to you?
No, that should be a help.
I knew it.
You don't sound surprised at all.
One time when I was a little kid, I saw a pure white illuminated crane.
Oh!
Super high fever, and Granny wasn't around. I was feeling all icky and gross. But then this snowy white crane flew down from the sky. She put me on her back and flew me to her cool Adeptus house and fed me some sort of magic potion. When I woke up, I was already back in my bed and my fever was gone. I really wanted to thank her, but I was too sleepy to stay awake, so I never got the chance. So I just kind of wanted to ask if maybe any of you have ever met an Adeptus like that? A pure white illuminated crane? The only two we've ever met are blue and white and black and brown. Have you ever met one that's pure white, Cloud Retainer?
You really just said Cloud
Never has one
Retainer?
met an adeptus with such features. One surmises such a description is but a hyperbolic embellishment that oft results from narrative accounts.
That's weird. Was it really just a dream then? Well,
Maybe.
even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that much anyway. All I really want is to help Granny recover her memories. I'm really grateful for all your help. Leave it to us! Now that we know the 3 locations, we just need to visit them one by one. Let's go to
That's true. Why would you go there?
Okay,
Go to
I'll
the
go get
mountains first. That's the place with the highest chance to find what do we need. But I cannot change the decision. Wangshu Inn is going to be the first place, and I guess we will find only Zhao.
Wangshu Inn. Wangshu Inn.
Wangshu Inn,
Do you
yes.
remember this place, Granny?
The fish here is very delicious, and if you look out into the distance, you can always spot a bird
This
that's
kid
been
gonna
left
be
behind
future
by its
Shenhe.
flock. I believe I used to have a room here.
I mean,
It had
everything is
window.
possibility.
Yes.
You never
I spent
know.
a lot of time looking out that window. Which room was it again? Let me look.
I'll come with. Hyman's still having some trouble understanding what she's talking about, but if she's so familiar with this place, that must mean she lived here, right? Wait, huh?
Nah, don't think so.
What are you doing here all of a
I told you we will see Zhao.
I sensed a non-human presence and decided to come take a look. If you're here, then there's likely no trouble afoot. I suppose there's no cause for concern. It's been a while, Cloud Retainer. I see you have returned to your previous form.
You met her in this form before?
I have indeed. I fought alongside her in this form on many occasions during the Archon War.
Oh, wow! What was she like during the war? Oh, wait,
Deadly?
let me take a guess. Was it anything like this?
Behold, the glory of one's newest invention, the Bang Bang Continuous Fire Mechanism. Hands up and surrender, or be prepared to face the full might of the Adepti.
An impressive imitation.
This was the best out of Paimon. Out of all lines of Paimon. The best. Oh, why can't Paimon sound like that? It would be so much better. Oh god. This was the best line Paimon has, okay? The best animation, the best line, the best everything from Paimon was this thing right before this when Zhao said, okay? So the last scene was the best one from Paimon. So Paimon being Paimon is no good. Paimon being anyone else is going to be good.
Hyman knows her all too well.
Even so, Cloud Retainer was
Yes,
not always
this
as
was really the
ostentatious
best.
as you
Yes.
describe. You may be unaware, but her talent with Adepti sigils is just as formidable as her skill in mechanics. The Archon War reached its peak after Guizhong's death. The Cloud Retainer who fought beside me in those devastating battles was taciturn and solemn, only speaking when she had to activate her sigils.
A cloud retainer who barely talks? Hyman can't picture it. But what happened after that? If you were so powerful in your human form, why did you decide to take up your bird form again?
Once one had bid farewell to the world of mortals, what use would one still have for such a shape? When dwelling between mountain and forest, away from the struggles and troubles of the mortal world, a mortal form is hardly the most fitting of choices.
After
Why?
the war, Cloud Retainer retired to Mount Outsong, only revealing herself to the occasional visitor, and always in her avian form. Although I do believe there was an occasion some 30-odd years ago, when she decided to don her human form. I believe it was for the purpose of...
One believes there is little need to relive bygone matters.
Granny, are you okay?
Back then, at this place,
Perhaps this conversation should end here. I shall take my leave now. Should you encounter any trouble, you need only call my name. However, given that you are traveling with Cloud Retainer, I trust you are in good hands.
Yeah, don't worry about me.
Everyone, I think Granny is finally beginning to remember her past.
Slowly now, calm your
Okay.
mind and recount
First
what has
question.
been recalled.
How many times did you eat here?
time ago, I stayed here to recuperate from my illness.
Huh. So what Shinto said was true. You did fall ill. Is that why you went into hiding?
Zhongli definitely didn't eat anyone. He imprisoned absolutely everyone, absolutely every god. He imprisoned them so that they can suffer for eternity.
I don't remember. I'm very sorry, but I can't even remember the name of my illness. The only thing I can remember is that it took a great toll on me, and there was no cure for it. I was confined to my room in Wangshu Inn, where I spent many days unconscious. I'd come to every once in a while and stare at the migrating birds outside the window. It was a solemn sight. I remember crying, but I'm not even sure I knew why. One day, I met a traveling merchant. Upon hearing of my illness, he sold me a bottle of soul-revitalizing tea pills. He told me that the pills were concocted using adepti blood and
similar to Zhao, okay? Similar.
Sure
Not
enough,
the same, but
I made a full
close.
recovery.
Close.
My
Yes.
illness remained dormant for several decades after that.
So the dementia you're suffering from now is actually...
Wait, but if your illness remained dormant for several decades, are you saying that what you're going through now is just a relapse of what happened all those years ago? And it was all thanks to the pills that you managed to keep the symptoms in check? Paimon's brain kinda hurts. Do you remember anything else?
I'm sorry, I don't. Oh, if only I wasn't so useless.
Hey, you're not useless. You've done so much for me. Watched me grow up. Raised me. How could you say that about yourself?
Oh, fret not, dear child. Granny was just a bit frustrated. That's all.
The recovery
Okay.
of a person's memories is a gradual process. Finding pieces of one's past is always superior to not finding anything at all. Let us make haste to the next location.
Yeah, let's teleport to next location.
Oh, why don't we go to the area north of Jueyun Karst next?
Yes!
There isn't really a landmark there, so where should we start? Oh, Paimon's got it. Let's check out the houses in the area first.
No!
If she was there for any length of time, then she would have stayed somewhere, right? So Paimon's really got her
No! Don't check the houses, just the pick of the pickiest, the pick of the top. Oh, why do I need to check the houses? Yes, she is. And I would even say that she looks more like Zhao's stepmom or mom or aunt, you know. Close, but not that close, okay? It looks like that.
Do you remember anything about this place, Granny Wendai?
Don't rush
Let
it.
me think. I feel like I've been here before, but I don't think I stayed here too long. I might have just rested here briefly before continuing on my way.
Got it. That's okay. There are still plenty of other places we can check.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, I believe I brought... Ah, yes. I brought some sweet snacks with me. Go on, take some. You need to eat a lot if you want to grow big and strong.
I mean, it wouldn't be incest in family. Um, they don't have that kind of relationship, at least not presented in the game. So I would not say that it is here. And yes, if Zhongli is his father, she should be his mother, yes. Something like that, yes.
Paimon sees an abandoned house. Why don't we take a break over there?
This place.
It's old. It's going to fall apart.
Do you remember something, Granny?
I remember. Xianyun. This is where your father was born. It was a moonless night. I had been injured, so your grandpa was supporting me. We fled together with some being in the fog behind us in hot pursuit. I had exhausted my strength when the labor pains came on, so we took refuge in this house. Your grandpa set up a barrier outside, but neither of us knew if it could hold the monsters back. I remember that night. I remember falling to my knees, reciting a prayer over and over. I alone am the source of this sin. Punish me as you wish for forsaking my oath, but spare my innocent child.
Sin? Oath? Did you do something wrong?
I don't know. I don't remember. I only remember praying in the darkness with all my strength until the sun finally rose again and the fog cleared out. Eventually, the house was filled with the sound of my baby's first cries. That baby was your father. I remember I clutched him tight to my chest and wept tears of joy. It was the first time I'd ever felt such happiness in my life.
My dad?
He was my pride and joy, and so are you, Xianyun. You're so much like him, and I love you both so much.
Okay.
But you're always going to be different from me. Why? Just what did I do?
I don't care what you might have done, Granny. You'll always be the person I love more than anything.
You're too sweet, Xianyun. I'm lucky to have you with me. If not for you, I would not have had the courage to come here, to try to remember what I had forgotten. All right. Let's not stand around any longer.
I agree.
There's
Let's
one
go.
place left, yes? Let's go take a look.
If one recalls correctly, the next place should be Xianyun Peak. You and I, how fares your health?
I may be a bit slow, but I'll do my best to keep up. I'm sorry to keep everyone waiting.
Climb on. I shall carry you to the top.
Okay, while we are going to that place, I will answer all of this. If they have children, well,
lightness of weight.
I do think that Zhongli is going to have children with absolutely everyone. Poof.
Do they not? First, you
And
lose your
the
memory,
second thing,
then your health. Eventually,
what
you end
means
up losing everything.
he got 20 in
My
math?
only wish is
That's
to
not
depart
how
this world with a lucid
the things
mind,
work in my
free
country,
myself
so
of this
what it
torment
means. The
and the
worst
burden it places upon
grade
others.
or what?
Fret not. You have my aid in this endeavor.
I think that Raiden as a mother. Imagine, no. Imagine Puppet from the Raiden as a mother. You fail something, and she says, she just goes torn to oblivion, and she cuts you in half.
Familiar to you, Granny One?
Just
Let me see.
you, just going to say, we have no use from you. Poof.
How
Come on.
Strange. Have I lived here before?
Take your
When
time.
we were at Wangshu Inn and the abandoned house earlier, though I couldn't remember everything, I still felt a sense of familiarity. I could easily picture myself in those places. But here, I don't have that feeling. Perhaps I did come here in the past, but it just didn't leave a strong impression on me.
But did the stories get it wrong then?
Well, we can't expect them to get everything right.
That's true. But they're also the only thing we have to go off of. Paimon was hoping this place would jog Granny Yuendai's memory just like the others.
I'm sorry to disappoint you too.
It's alright. We're not going to give up yet. We'll figure something else out. Just you wait.
Thank you. If only I could remember.
Well, maybe there was some
That
kind
way.
of different
that
position.
Oh,
Oh,
look! Huh? Isn't that Mount Outsong? Looks like we've come full circle.
Mount Outsong. Mount Outsong.
Oh, it's the percentage, right? 20% correctly finished in the test. So you need 33% done correctly in the test to pass. Am I correct about it? Did I get it right? Don't worry, your English is going to be much better.
Granny,
And I do understand you, so it's not a big deal.
it's okay if you can't remember.
As you can see, we are still talking.
Mount Outsong, Am I really?
Mount Outsong holds some familiarity to you?
It does, but I can't go back.
Why
Are you
not?
feeling unwell?
My head, it feels all heavy and dizzy. What is wrong with me?
Miss Xianyun, is there anything you can do?
Is this the first time
Let us go to
Paimon
Mount
said
Outsong.
Miss Xianyun?
Fret not, all will be well. You and I, you have already given more than enough to the pursuit of this endeavor. You may leave the rest to me. I prepared something that
33
can aid you
out
in
of
suppressing the fear in
100,
your heart,
or
restoring your lost
33%
memories.
to
Currently resides at Mount Outsong.
finish it. And that is so low, okay? That is so low. No. In my country, for I would say more than half subjects, you need more than 50% done correctly. And then there are some subjects where you need 60 and even 75% done correctly to get a pass, okay? So 33 is so low. Okay, that is just so low.
I never leave anything to
I mean,
chance.
I don't know how
All
hard it
reveal
is.
itself when we
In my
arrive.
country, I mean, we are learning too many things which you would not need. So it's kinda learning too much and it's boring in the same time. It's not that hard, but it becomes because they try to learn you absolutely every single combination of everything, so it kinda gets hard in the end, okay? Yes, I got
Where do
it,
you want
okay?
to go next?
At least
If you'd
33
like to see Liyue's
out of
correspondence,
100,
I have
or
a few references.
more than 33, okay? As close to 100, that's better, okay? Is that one? It is at least 33, okay? If you get 87, let's say, it's good, okay? Is it? Is that good? If you get 87, 95, 79, that's good, right?
Osmanthus wine taste. Quake!
Okay, second part of the story is finished, and we are on to the third part of the story. If this part is long, if it's going to be 1 hour long, I mean, it's fine, but I would still love to see 4 parts of this story. Okay, nice. So I was telling everything correctly. In my country, you need... Okay, more than 50. In my country, every single subject needs at least, so more than 50, and there are some subjects where you need more than 60 or even 70, even 75, okay? In English, sometimes you need more than 75. So yeah, it's pretty high, okay? But I mean, we should check out how hard those tests are, and then we would be able to say what's better. But usually in our country, we really learn so many things that you will never use, okay? You will never use 90% of that which you learned.
A soft breeze, which when paired with a gentle adeptal tune, can help the listener subconsciously relax and even enter a semi-hypnotic state. Soothing
Reflexes.
agitation and anxiety, relieving exhaustion and insomnia, its potential uses are numerous indeed. And of course, it can also aid in the recovery of lost memories.
Whoa, what a cool gadget! But if you had it all along, why did you keep it to yourself until just now? We could have come to Mount Outsong right off the bat and saved time on a lot of floating.
You're really complaining about
Had
your
Yuendai not recalled much of
floating.
her past through her own efforts,
Stupid.
the device would have nothing to draw upon. We Adepti can only help those who first resolve to help themselves. Had she lacked such determination and strength of character, one would have little to offer in way of assistance.
Paimon thinks she gets it now. Hey, what's that other thing?
As
You need more than
previously
70%,
a
okay.
gentle
So
adeptal
that's
tune
a
is
good
required
grade,
to take
I would
full
say.
advantage of the mechanism. One secured such a tune from Streetward Rambler. Only with her melodies can the mechanism reach its peak power.
Whoa, Paimon can feel what you mean.
I mean, if you want to continue with the, you know, studying and,
After a super satisfying meal.
let's say, improving, then you should get
And you and I.
as
Is the
high
mechanism helping
grade
you
as
to
you
relax?
can.
It appears she has already succumbed to the depths of reverie. Come, join one on this side. We shall give her some time to herself.
Okay, she's going to be the bird, the
drought is
white
over.
one.
But why do you look like you want to cry?
The white crane.
The potion. It's nearly run its course.
Okay.
I've never regretted meeting you. Not even for a second.
Okay.
Please, no. have you forgotten? This is the world you left behind. One of gentle breeze and morning dew, perfectly straddled betwixt the realms of heaven and earth. This is your home. This is where you belong. You should have never left. The you of the
I
past,
told you!
the me from not that long ago. We should have never.
Oh, yeah.
So that is the truth. No wonder this place is so familiar.
You lived here.
Granny, are you okay?
Cloud Retainer.
Well, we don't have the scholarship for that low grade. We get scholarship only when we go to college, and it's really limited, okay? There's just so few people who get it. And you really need to be the best to get it. So if you are willing to give absolutely all the time you have in this world to get scholarship and to finish that college, then you can. Because in our college, in my country, there are so many stupid things you learn, and you learn absolutely everything from beginning, and so many things that you will never going to use. So yeah, just no. They are not to the point, okay? Still learning some things that you really do not need, and it's kind of frustrating.
Your memories have returned.
Wait, did you just call her by her full name? Does that mean you already knew each other?
Yes.
Yes. I now remember everything. Everything.
Granny, please don't cry. I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, don't worry, my dear child. Granny is fine. I'm so sorry, everyone. You've gone to so much trouble on my behalf.
Don't you worry,
It's all
Granny.
come back to me now. The most important thing that I had forgotten was the truth of what I once was.
One can sense the guilt that now plagues your conscience.
Yes,
Reclaiming
I
a truth
play
long
football.
buried is
I
sure to
like
come with a myriad of
football,
complex
so yeah.
emotions.
I don't watch it that much. I don't
Perhaps one
enjoy
should recount
watching.
the story on
I
your
did
behalf
watch
while you
the
compose yourself.
World Cup and
No,
I watch
okay.
the
Now
Champions
that I've
League,
remembered,
but
I must face
nothing
my
else
memories
really.
head-on. Shuyu,
Yes, I'm from
everyone,
Croatia, yes.
I cannot thank you enough for all your help. I'm ready to tell you
The
my story,
penalty,
if
I
you're
mean,
willing to listen.
that wasn't really,
Don't force yourself.
you know,
What happened in the past doesn't matter.
it's
I
the
love you more than
penalties
anything.
are really
Nothing
suspicious
easily can change that.
throughout the
I know,
whole
dear
World
child.
Cup, okay?
My feelings
Throughout
for you
the
are
whole
exactly
World
the
Cup.
same. It is for this reason that you deserve to know the truth.
And when it comes to football alone, throughout the years, I really like it less and less. That's why I don't like to watch it, because someone does this to you, okay? Just honestly, just this. They do absolutely nothing to you. And then they fall, they scream. It's kinda stupid. Come on. You need to fight for that ball. You need to fight to get to the goal. You can't just. I mean, if someone kicks you, okay, just stop and judge is going to say that it is foul, don't go yelling and falling down because someone kicked you. I mean, if he didn't jump with both legs into your knee and broke your leg, you don't have anything to scream about. It's so frustrating. It's just so stupid. I don't like that, okay? I don't like when they fall to the ground and scream. They won't foul, and really, there was no contact, okay? I'm hitting this camera harder than they are hitting each other, okay? That's the only thing that I don't like about the modern football. You really... okay. Yeah, you agree with that one, yes. But it's not only against Croatia. There was one against France, and there was one few games before Croatia, and both, I think, weren't the fouls for the penalty. I mean, it's stupid how you make it different for penalty from the regular foul, okay? It's stupid. Everything should be the same. If someone kicks you, it is foul. If someone pushes you, it is foul. But of course, if you can continue to fight and run, it is not going to be foul. It is stupid when they just stop running. Dude, if you are tired or you don't have enough energy, then don't play at all. Stop falling down. It's so stupid. They are destroying the game. Instead of fighting, you are actually just letting yourself fall, and you're destroying the game. Yeah, it was close battle. It was close battle, and I was on the edge. I mean, the penalties and everything all the time. And we have some kind of problem in the country when it comes to playing any sport, and when it comes to deciding goal, when you need to when you need to score, you have so many chances, but you cannot score the goal. It's like it's cursed, and it's not letting you score, okay? We have that kind of problem. Or we just don't have good enough finisher in the team. I don't know. Something out of those two, okay? Something out of those two. Let's continue with the quest.
Some time ago,
I will answer everything you leave down in the comments, but let's continue with the quest.
Is this the sin that you mentioned in Xianyun Karst? What happened?
Yes, Messi was really good in this World Cup.
One that I held for centuries,
but Argentina's goalkeeper wasn't better than Croatians, okay? Our goalkeeper was such a surprise for the whole World Cup, okay? Such a surprise. He's new to absolutely everything, okay? He's so young,
became aware of
and
and began to share many
he
stories
carried
with me.
in the World
She
Cup,
even
okay?
passed on the secret of cultivation to me. Though she never took me on as a formal disciple, I always saw her as my master. Whenever she took out her tools to work on mechanisms or new inventions, I would also stand next to her and watch. I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an adeptus in my own right. I followed her teachings, and time gradually passed us by. Until that fateful day 50 years ago.
50 years ago?
During the drought that struck Liyue?
That's right. Master regaled me with many stories of her past deeds. From them, I learned how she had saved people from a similar crisis in the past. She was the one I looked up to the most. More than anything, I dreamt of becoming an adeptus like her. I wanted to travel the land like she had, relieving suffering wherever I went. But I was still far from being a real adeptus. I possessed no
Yes,
ability to take on
amazing
human
goalkeeper.
form and fit in
Amazing
with the crowd.
one.
Once she
He
learned
had
my
a
desires,
great World
Master
Cup run,
prepared a
okay?
special
Great
dose
one.
of human
And
mimicry potion for me. She warned
he
me that
should
the
have
potion's
been
effects would
the
only
one to
last
take
10 years.
the prize,
And if
okay?
I were to fail to return to my original form at the end of that time, I would forever forget my past as a crane and become something neither human, beast, nor adeptus.
Oh no. So that was the source of your dementia all along.
Yes, but it is cured now. But you never turned back into a crane.
Was it because of Grandpa?
Indeed, I fell in love. Though he was human, he had spent his entire life training on Mount Tianheng. When we met, it was not only my first foray into the world below, but his as well. Although clumsy and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real strange bird among the two of us. But still, just like me,
Wow.
he cared deeply about the world and wanted, more than anything, to cleanse it of all pain and suffering. I could not help but fall for him. But my time continued to tick away. Those 10 years passed by in a flash. Yet I did not want to leave his side, so I...
Oh no. What happened next?
I committed an offense. I wanted to stay with him, even if it meant living a life full of pain and suffering, even if it meant that I would eventually turn into a monstrosity.
Monstrosity?
I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes, but I was too ashamed to face her. So I wrote her a long letter instead and asked someone to leave it outside her abode. I was convinced that she would not support my decision, and I lacked the courage to speak to her face to face. In my shame, I fled and tried to hide from the world, such that no one would be able to find me again.
Why? So that's why the nameless heroine hid herself away. Yes, it was some kind of shock to everyone, but honestly, if we don't lose in the beginning, in the first few games, if we don't lose, then you know that we are going all the way to the end, okay? So be sure about that. Or if we get the country which will win the whole World Cup, that's the only that's the only reason why would we... Who wants to join me? Don't interrupt. Okay, that's the only reason why would we end with our World Cup journey, okay? If we lose in the beginning or from the country who will actually win it. It kinda ends up being like that, okay? Kinda ends up being like that. And it seems that we have youthful and good team at the moment. So the time will tell. The time will tell. I already read this, so let's continue.
That was only the beginning of my troubles. I began to suffer from a strange illness. My memories became hazy and confused, and I could no longer keep myself awake. I understood that my pain was caused by my refusal to return to the life I was fated to lead. Along with my memories as a crane, I soon forgot the true cause of my suffering as well. I knew only that I had committed a sin. All I could do was pray for forgiveness, even if I had long forgotten what needed to be forgiven. Looking back, I was beyond lucky to have come across that traveling merchant at Wangshu Inn. It was such a fortunate coincidence that we were there at the same time. If it weren't for those soul-revitalizing tea pills, I probably would have... What's wrong? Coincidence? Why did I ever think it was a coincidence? Tea pills concocted using the blood of an adeptus? No, it couldn't be. Master, don't tell me. Back then, that merchant was actually...
Yes. Yes.
Human custom
Yes.
would dictate
Yes,
the
yes, yes,
conferral of
yes.
gifts to be in order when one's progeny is wedded, would it not? Consider the pills a symbol of one's best wishes.
So when I tried to conceal my name and mistakes from the world and hide myself away in perpetuity, the only person I managed to deceive was myself. You knew where I was all along.
One still remembers when you were but a fledgling. You possessed a certain fondness for a particular game. You would hide yourself among a group of wild cranes and ask one to pick you out from among the flock. One found you with such ease every time. 'Tis a truth most evident. One always recognizes one's own, no matter what form they may take.
Oh yeah.
I'm confused.
What are you confused about again?
So, Cloud Retainer, you found Yuendai again? But how? When? And what happened after that?
Perhaps it is now time for one to recount the rest of the tale.
Okay, before the rest of the tale, let's answer the comment. Yes. Yes, we do have some kind of problem with defense. Everyone kinda always gets to the goal, and when it comes to attack, yeah, we are struggling to put that ball in, and we have so many chances. Yes, I do know that. Well, I was, I would not say good, because I don't like to say I'm good at anything. I like to, make fun and say that I'm good at something, just to joke around. But I'm okay at football, okay? I'm fine at it. Maybe someday I'm going to post a video about me playing football. You never know. Yes, Naruto, if you want to know, probably next month I'm making another channel, okay? Second channel, but it's going to be fitness channel. I'm going to post workouts and workout challenges, so if you want, you can follow me on the second channel as well. I will post in the community tab, I think. I will make it be joined with this channel, okay? Those two, I will make them be joined. I never watched cricket. It sounds kinda interesting when I saw it a little bit, but I never played it. I'm becoming fat. At 17, you cannot be fat, dude. Come on. Come on. Okay. Well, I'm gonna make a second channel about fitness, so it's going to be only calisthenics, okay, the street workout, and there are going to be many workouts posted. We are continuing with the story. I think that this is going to be the end of the quest. I hope. I'm not sure. It's going to take so much time, okay? So much time. Let's see. We are playing as Cloud Retainer. Yes, we are!
One was furious upon receiving your letter. Seized with anger, one set out to bring you to your senses.
Wait. Oh. Okay. Oh, nice.
In truth, one had more than a few misgivings about your chosen partner. As an exorcist,
Yeah, let's see the
his talent was
C3.
lacking. One could hardly say his skill with sigils was
Xianyun.
any better. But soon, one came to appreciate the devotion he bestowed upon you during your illness. He never uttered a complaint and rarely left your side. Unwilling to begrudge someone of such character, one decided to overlook his aforementioned deficiencies, glaring though they may have been. Wishing to grant you a life without regrets, one gathered many divine ingredients and used one's own blood to create a form of medicine. Though imperfect, it managed to suppress the more dire effects of your illness. As for how to deliver the medicine, after much contemplation, one eventually decided to perform the deed oneself. One took great care to alter one's features and select the appropriate attire. Only after meticulous scrutiny did one finally set out for Wangshu Inn.
Oh,
As one
God.
expected, you were most ignorant of one's true identity. You showed not even the slightest inkling of recognition. One
Well,
was
come on
quite
now.
torn. Should one have
Finally seeing
celebrated
you
the
again.
success of one's disguise, or mourn the loss of your acquaintance?
Okay, let's continue. Yes, she is really pretty. Design is amazing. And I hope that they will not make them smaller, okay? I hope they won't make them smaller, because I don't know why, but they reduced those things on Shenhe's new skin, and I really don't like that. I really don't like that. Build, what build? Missed last live stream. Last one was the last one about the challenges? You really missed the challenges? You missed the best stream yet. Oh. I don't know how to use her. Why are you making me to learn that? Her build. What about her build? Yes, you said C3, I know that, don't worry. 888, nice. Her weapon, great, but noblesse. But she is support, yes, it's okay, it's okay. How do you...
Nevertheless, one would speak to you about another matter. If
This
you
was
are
hard.
Even considering your loss of memory, One was simply flabbergasted that you could so easily forget the consequences of consuming medicine infused with Adeptal blood. Its proclivity to attract monsters is hardly that complicated of a concept to remember. To think that you tried to travel while weak from sickness and heavy with child. Had one not intervened to clear the fog, all of you would have been lost during the night.
Okay. Solo. Okay. Going solo. Charge attack is actually cool. I didn't even use it in the trial. Oh yeah. I love her burst. I really adore her burst. It's amazing. Bam. What? How did I even do this? I don't understand how to play with her.
Those monsters would hardly have pursued you with such ferocity without sufficient incentive.
Yes, they reduced Rosaria's, and now they reduced even Shenha's with the new skin. But I was thinking about taking both skins, and now I'm not really sure that I will buy Shenha's skin.
Some of the gods were likely shot.
Ganyus is definitely better, but Shenha's I'm not really sure about that anymore. Unfortunately.
At the break of dawn, one heard an infant's cry pierce through the air, and one saw you carefully cradle the child to your chest. Although certain mortal matters remain foreign to me, one could not help but be moved by your joy.
Naruto, I was watching videos about Xianyun and how much Zhao does when she gives boost. So the full boost, Zhao is doing more than 150,000 damage every single plunge in this Spiral Abyss. Amazing, amazing, broken. Yes, I would gladly take both skins as well. And Shenha's new skin looks amazing. Yes, I definitely agree with that. But they made them smaller. No! Why did they have to do it? F2P stats. Do you really care about F2P status? Do you really care about it? Or you want to get all the characters you desire, all their weapon you want to have, and constellations even possibly, and skins? Do you really care about that F2P thing, or you really want to take everything I just said, all four that I counted? Naruto, good news. When Kazuha comes out, Raiden Shogun is going to do 1 million damage because I'm going to pull his weapon. I never read description on his weapon. And unfortunately because of that I didn't pull for weapon. I was watching videos from the people who are whales, and they said that his signature weapon is not his best. But dude, his signature weapon has amazing boosts. Okay? His signature weapon has amazing boosts, which other weapons do not have. And that means his signature weapon, although it is not priority, his signature weapon is going to boost my Raiden Shogun to do those 29k more damage which I need to get over 1 million. Yes, I do agree that being F2P has some kind of enjoyment. I do agree with that. But there are so many characters and they made it impossible to get all characters you want. So I had to put just a little bit to get everyone. Now, yes, I'm pulling for constellations because I'm strictly picking few characters to fully improve them and make them totally broken. Okay, Raiden Shogun is totally broken at C3 now. Novelette, I'm going to pull for C6 Novelette. Possibly not all at once because I'm not able to do that. And I don't even want to do that all at once. Zhongli is going to be C6 one day too. And we will see. I'm gonna pull for the refinements on weapons. On Ito's weapon, Novelette's weapon, Raiden and Zhongli's weapon. I think only those four. So yeah. I will have when I get to the C3R5 Raiden Shogun, it's gonna be 1.5 million damage without even thinking about it. Okay? Without even thinking about it. Novelette C6R5 one man army. I would not even need anyone else in a team. I'll just enter Spiral Abyss only with him and that's it. It's going to be done. It's going to be done. So yeah, being F2P does have some amazing benefits about enjoying absolutely everything, but also having everything in the game has, if you have the end game thing that Genshin is lacking, is also going to give some kind of enjoyment. No, I think that we need floor 13. I was talking about floor 13. Every single boss, every single world boss in the game, 5 million HP. Okay, 5 million HP every world boss in the game. You put them, so there are what, 40 world bosses, so 40 waves. Okay, one after another wave. Each wave cleared gives you 1000 Mora, 1 Primogem, 10 crystals for upgrading weapon, and 10 books for upgrading characters. I mean, just something that is not that much usable. Okay, you need it, but you will not get that much. Okay, so no point in actually doing it. Only for fun and if you want to, see how far can you go. So like we have 3 chambers. It's going to be 40 chambers for the world bosses, and then after world bosses you will get everyone healed, full energy, and you're going against weekly bosses with 10 million HP. I think it's going to be good. Well, I think it is possible. It's going to be hard to dodge, but I think it's going to be possible, okay? Mono Geo team, if I make my Zhongli to be a shielder, I think it's going to be possible. So, don't worry, Naruto. I still think I would be able to do it. It would be too hard, but yes, I think it is possible. Let's continue.
You happy. That was more than enough.
That was more than enough. Oh, that's the house where we were. I mean, it's 20 minutes now because I was talking so much, but yes.
Wait, but if that's true, then the crane who took care of me when I was sick must also be...
Ah, one had almost neglected to recount the absurdities of that tale.
Raw meat in the chest? Why? Whoa.
Just as you and I troubled one with her antics, so did you give one many a headache. Upon finding you burning with fever, one made plans to bring you back to one's abode for treatment. However, upon seeing one's form, you began to cry, refusing to get on one's back.
Okay, I didn't get it at first, but Raiden against Raiden and Monogeo against Azdaha. It makes no sense, but it would have been done that way. That would be easier approach, I think, because Azdaha has, because of his talismans, he has, let's say, higher damage attacks. Raiden, after getting shield, she's just too predictable, okay? Too predictable. So it even shouldn't been so hard. If you said, imagine 5 narwhals instead of Raiden, that one would have been... Oof.
When one asked you why, apparently you believed that one could not possibly be a true Adeptus, because all illuminated cranes are white from tip to toe. One had no choice but to apply powder to one's body to conceal the variegated nature of one's appearance. You became more than amenable enough when one stood before you devoid of any other coloring. It bears mentioning, however, that as a crane, Yuendai was nearly entirely pure white in color. Though you had never encountered her in that form, you still recognize the essence of her being. Perhaps fate brought you two together in more ways than one.
I think the Hoyoverse can be
now
more...
all has been revealed.
Can expand their imagination when it comes to
one
the attacks.
recognized you upon your very entrance into One Mean Restaurant.
One Mean Restaurant. Okay. When it comes to attacks, I think that Hoyoverse can let their imagination go. When Azdaha attacks, imagine when he jumps that you can see rocks flying all over the map. That would have been an amazing thing if they implemented it anytime in the game. Of course, whatever you put in the game, well, you can still improve it. After 50 times of making it better, you still can improve it. So it would never been the best possible outcome with the attacks and the enemies and everything. you could have you could have possibly been able to make it even better every single time after the improvement. So yeah. And Anna, I don't know if I answered, but yes, C6 Novelette is too strong. I mean, C0 is too strong. So yeah, just getting back on the Novelette because I was thinking about his team for the Azaha and for the Narwhal.
One has always viewed you as a disciple of equal standing with Ganyu and Shenhe. Indeed, one wished to bring your story to a satisfactory end with this visit to Liyue Harbor. Still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Had one simply informed you of all you had lost, all those cherished memories would merely have become the fictionalized account of another. Memories are most meaningful when recalled by those who lived through them. Would you not agree? Even if the process was painful and arduous to experience. Have you any further inquiries?
Master,
I
must ask. If you found me all those years ago, why did you leave me be, even though you knew about my mistake? Why did you not bring me back to Mount
You were
Outside by force?
happy, and
One
that's
has
what
never
she
regarded
wanted.
your action as a mistake. It was a simple choice, nothing more.
Yes,
When
the
it is time for one's
choice.
progeny to leave the nest, it is the responsibility of an elder to let them fly free. Yet, when your wings grow
There
weary
you go.
and the night grows
It wasn't
dark,
mistake.
just know that you always
It was
have
normal
a place
thing.
to which to return. 'Tis a refuge referred to by many a name in mortal writing. Home, nest, haven. Whatever its denomination may be, its essence remains quite unchanged. One speaks, of course, of a place not unlike one's own abode. One's disciples are free to come and go as they wish, yet the door remains forever open to those who wish to return. One rather hopes you count yourself among them.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You and I. One expects you too have sensed the rapid deterioration of your condition as of late. Have you not? 40 years ago, you chose a path without a future. Though one used one's own blood to provide you with a few decades of extra time, it merely delayed the inevitable. One may have extended the path, yet one was unable to alter its final destination. Even the power of an Adeptus has its limits. Had your condition continued to deteriorate, you would have forgotten your life as a human entirely. In the end, you would have turned into a creature lacking in the ability to even comprehend its own monstrousness. Fortunately, you were able to avoid that scenario by reclaiming your memories. Though one sped the process along by providing some guidance, the result is entirely a reflection of your own effort.
So, what's gonna happen to Granny?
One will help her reclaim her original form as a wild crane. If it be fated, she may recover her sentience one day.
She's gotta go back to being a regular crane, huh?
Sorry, had a call, had to take it. I know that the story was going. I left it, so I thought it's going to be better if you at least listen to that, if not to me. Is there no other way? She gotta go back to being a regular crane. Why would she get back? Okay, great cutscene will come.
Master, you've
I'm
already
waiting
done
for
more
it.
than enough for me. I don't know how I could possibly repay your kindness. This is a better result than I could have ever hoped for. How much time do I have left?
Enough.
Not long. Transformation is imminent.
Granny, please don't leave, okay? You're all I have left. Please.
Don't be sad, dear child. Granny has led a wonderful life. My only regret is having to leave you behind.
But
Don't
don't
forget to eat
leave
well,
her,
okay?
she's 7.
A growing young lady like yourself needs lots of good food to grow big and strong. Promise Granny you'll take good care of yourself when I'm gone.
I promise, Granny. I'll do whatever you say.
Good girl, good girl. Don't worry. It's not goodbye forever. Granny's gonna become the most formidable crane in all of Mount Outsung. Granny will train day and night. I won't stop until I can turn into a human without having to rely on anything but my own power. When that day comes, we'll be able to live together again. You and I. How's that sound?
Good.
That's a good girl.
Happy with Yao
Even though
Yao.
we won't see each other for a little while, as long as we both work hard, we're sure to meet again someday.
I'll eat
Become a
well,
new character.
and I'll wait for you.
You really
no matter
think
how
that
long it takes.
Hoyoverse is going to make
I'll
her?
wait for you to come back.
That's a good girl. Then Granny really has no more regrets. I'm so sorry, Master. Thank you for everything.
Okay, the scene is coming now. Excuse me, just like that? Come on, no.
Xianyun.
Let her be. At her age, crying is a natural, if not fitting response to such an event.
True.
Tears are a necessary part of maturation. Sometimes there is scarcely a better vehicle to wash away the toll of stress. and
Nice.
misery. Now that the issue has been resolved, you should also take a moment to relax. Give yourself some time to rest. Take a nap if you must. One will wake you in due time.
Oh, there we go, the scene. Wow. Oh, this is loud. the illusion! It's the illusion!
I always believed we would see each other again.
He's
That our days
talking!
of separation would finally end. And all my troubles would be behind me.
He's finally talking a little bit more!
If only things could stay this way forever.
It was a dream and illusion.
A nightmare? Curious.
Not really.
If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream. It's just...
You weren't ready to wake up.
I thought that she made it like just lay down and sleep some more.
Eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you.
Nice.
After all, as an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
It was really nice.
Chicken drumsticks.
I'm searching something to hit this screen.
Was Paimon sleeping just now?
Yes. Naruto, you were right. This scene was amazing. The best scene so far about Traveler and his sister. The best one, definitely.
Oh, Xianyun, you're awake. How do you feel? I feel a little better. Thanks. I know I'll see Granny again someday, so I don't feel so sad anymore. Madam Adeptus, could I ask you something? Would you take me in as a disciple?
She asked by
And have you
herself.
reasons for this sudden interest?
I know Granny thought what she did back then was wrong. She felt really bad about it. But without that mistake, I would have never been born. Even though Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. So, I thought maybe one day I could become a cool Adeptus like you and help a whole bunch of people, just like Granny wanted to do.
Upon some reflection, one supposes you are no mere mortal. The fact that Yuendai's blood flows through your veins is proof enough of that. If this is what you desire, one shall make it so.
Thank you so much, Madam Adeptus. No, I mean, Master. Xianyun, are you sure about this? Paimon's gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Cloud Retainer's 2 other disciples, and they pretty much eat nothing but bitter herbs like chin-chin and violet grass. If you join them, you'll never enjoy One-Man Restaurant's delicious cooking ever again.
Wow, Paimon, really?
How utterly preposterous.
Yes.
One has never enforced such a rule. Every individual must find their own path to enlightenment. So long as one retains a pureness of spirit, one's dietary proclivities are quite irrelevant.
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here now, is she?
Come on,
Although
Paimon.
Mount Outsong is rich in natural beauty, its location does preclude access to certain finer mortal comforts. That is precisely why one plans to relocate to Liyue Harbor.
Oh!
Xianyun shall have the honor of becoming one's first disciple in the human world.
Whoa! You're leaving Mount Outside?
Is that why you took on this human form?
One has never concerned oneself with the location of one's residence. From the very beginning, one has sought only solace and peace. Yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up in Liyue Harbor. Ganyu, Shenhe, Yuandai, they all chose a life among the mortal world. One has reflected on this fact for many years now. One can only assume that it is due to some failing on one's part as an elder or master. A failing, perhaps, of recognizing what it was they truly wanted. One is most curious as to what aspect of Liyue Harbor could have enticed them to remain there. One could hardly offer an opinion on the matter, but perhaps some time in the harbor will prove instructive.
And
why are you all so silent?
well, about Shuyu, I really don't know. Not even which element.
So, does this mean we
Neither how good she's going to be, so can't say anything. And who knows if Hoyo is going to ever make her.
However, if one finds oneself otherwise
Maybe this is
unoccupied,
just a story
one would
quest
not
just
be
to
opposed
make
to
it
the
be
idea.
that she has someone else to learn.
One will be assuming the identity of a human
Nothing
while
else.
residing in Liyue
She's
Harbor.
training someone
She should
else
take care
to
to avoid
be
disclosing one's
like
true
Ganyu
identity.
and Shenhe, but that's it.
Don't worry, we'll
Maybe.
have to keep it a secret.
Who knows? We will see in
When can we expect
I don't
to
know.
start seeing you in the city?
next
Perhaps
2
in 2 days'
years.
time. One has some matters to see
I'm
to
not
before
sure.
one's departure. Preparation is the key to success, after all. One plans to put up various items from one's collection for sale. The earnings should provide for a comfortable living in Liyue Harbor. One has already picked out a handsome property near Chuhu Rock. 'Tis no small purchase, but what is mortal life if not one expense after another?
Wow.
Seems like you've really thought of everything. Then how about we meet up in Liyue Harbor in 2 days?
A sensible plan. See you then. Oh, also, why don't you take this suspense insomnia mechanism as a souvenir? Anytime you should feel ill at ease in the future, you may try quieting your mind and sitting in meditation as you listen to its melodies. It might help you find a new perspective.
Awesome! Thanks, Cloud Retainer!
Okay.
Hey, didn't we promise Shincho that we'd tell him what we found out? Should we make a trip to the Feiyun Commerce Guild? It's totally up to you.
I mean, we could. Can we even talk with him?
We meet again, dear friends. How did everything go?
Great! And it's all thanks to you!
Ah, I see. So the stories didn't get it right after all.
Nice.
Even though she was a celebrated heroine, she had to bear a heavy burden that most could not hope to understand. Thank goodness for the help of that Adeptus. At least she was able to recover what she had lost. Although I
Yes.
cannot claim to know exactly how their story will unfold from here, I trust the ending will be a happy one. Those united in a common purpose always find a way back to each other in the end. Thank you for helping me fill in the gaps. And don't worry, I'll keep this all to myself. It's not my story to tell, after all.
Okay, let's keep 2 days. Uh, I would like it. It would be interesting and useful if you could just double click and then it just skips. You don't have to wait that long. It's not like you would use it all the time. You would definitely use it, but not all the time. So useful, definitely.
Your concerns are excessive and unfounded. This is but a simple collection of ordinary valuables. Such intense scrutiny is hardly necessary.
To be quite honest, your insistence on that fact is my primary cause for concern. In what way are any of these ordinary? Every single item here could be worth more than everything I own combined. I simply can't risk shelling out that kind of aura without proper
Why do you think that?
If I'm wrong, I would never be able to earn it back, not even if I worked every single day for the rest of my life. I have to be careful. Yes, you can never be too careful.
We're here, Clo! Miss Xianyun, what are you guys arguing about?
Ah, perfect timing. This ignoramus is questioning the authenticity of my wares. I'll have you know, these items have remained untouched in my personal collection for several hundred years. To question their legitimacy is pure folly.
Several hundred years?
Indeed. They're family heirlooms, you see, passed down over many generations, as families are wont to do.
Yep, they definitely...
Well, yeah, Albedo didn't come in the story for a very long time. Yes.
Had I not found myself in need of Mora, I would scarcely have had the heart to part with them. Indeed, you should consider it an honor to even have the opportunity to behold them with your own eyes. Doubt their authenticity any further, and I may just decide to take them to another buyer.
Whoa, please don't go! I apologize for any insult, miss. You see, I know full well that I lack the knowledge to judge the true worth of these items. If you could wait but a moment, I've hired an expert to appraise them for me. He should be here shortly.
An expert, you say? Very well. I will wait for a little while longer, then. Traveler, Paimon, this is my new residence. If you have cause to seek my company in the future, this is where you can find me.
Master!
Nice.
Oh, it's you two again. Hello. Xianyun! You got a new outfit! It looks great on you. Mm-hmm. Master made it for me. I like it too. Huh? You know how to make clothes?
Well,
Do
you
I
see.
know how to make clothes? With the support of the proper mechanism, sewing is hardly a challenge.
Master, I brought in most of my stuff. There's a few boxes left, but they're kind of heavy, so I just left them outside.
Fret not. I shall help you move them into your room.
Actually, I should probably sort through my stuff a bit first. Everything's kind of messy right now, so maybe you could not look yet, Master? Yeah, that'd be great.
Wow.
It appears my young apprentice has her own fair share of secrets. No matter. Do what you must, child. Now, this expert you mentioned. When can we expect their arrival?
Soon. Ah, there he is.
Who is...
Here, allow me to make
Zhongli. Of course it's Zhongli. I knew it.
A well-respected consultant in Wangshang's funeral parlor and
Yes.
an expert in all manner of valuables and antiques. Mr. Zhongli, this is Miss Xianyun. She's the one who's looking to sell
I'm
the collection of
waiting for
valuables
new
I mentioned earlier.
Zhongli's quest. Please. Please give us new Zhongli quest.
If it isn't Miss Xianyun. It has been quite some time since our last meeting.
Quite some
What a
time, few
serendipitous
hundred
reunion.
years.
Indeed, most serendipitous. Have you been faring well as of late, Mr. Zhongli?
Quite well, thank you. I was fortunate enough over the past few days to enjoy both a stroll in the mountains and a fresh brew of tea from the most recent harvest.
Next
The experience
stream
has left me
should
with such
be
insight and
on
peace.
Wednesday.
Huh.
Same
So
time.
you two
Wednesday,
are
same
already
time.
Indeed. How fortunate we are that fate has brought us together again. If you are otherwise unaware, allow me to inform you that Miss Xianyun is a well-regarded collector and appraiser. She is well-versed in all fields, and oft-celebrated for her impeccable taste. You stand to gain much from this opportunity.
You are too kind, Mr. Zhongli. True collectors pride themselves on their wealth of knowledge and eye for detail. I can say without a doubt that you are foremost in that regard.
Why, you flatter me, Miss Xianyun. It would seem that you are as self-effacing as ever.
Not at all, Mr. Zhongli. Not at all.
While I am loath to butt into this conversation, I must ask, you two already knew each other, and you seem to have quite a cordial relationship. Can I be certain that you're not working together to swindle me? I mean, you never know.
A preposterous accusation. The heavens themselves would collapse before we would conspire to do such a thing.
Miss Xianyun speaks the truth. Contracts are built on honesty and trust. If that proves to be beyond your capabilities in this instance, this transaction may be taken elsewhere.
Unfortunately, internet connection, I have kind of I wouldn't say it's a little problem, because I can see that it is breaking, so yeah, the quest is over, so I'm a little bit lucky that it is happening at the end. Yeah, unfortunately it's going to be like that until the end of the stream. Hopefully you can at least hear my voice well enough, if not see the picture as it should be.
I jest. What fool would still harbor doubts after Mr. Zhongli himself has vouched for the goods? Miss Xianyun, wait! I deeply apologize for doubting you. So, Mr. Zhongli, could you please give me a final verdict on the value of these items?
There is no cause for concern.
10 million more!
They are indeed rare and precious valuables. Take this mechanism, for instance. Though one may not immediately perceive its purpose, its structure and appearance are exquisite enough to merit it a place in any fine home. The same can be said for this one here. Few could hope to possess an item that so perfectly blends mechanical wonder with geometric grace. I am sure you have heard from your travels that the study of mechanisms is among the most wondrous arts in this world. With that in mind, I earnestly recommend procuring every last item in this collection.
All right. Since I hired you as my consultant, Mr. Zhongli, I shall, of course, trust your good opinion. Then, in that case, Miss Xianyun, I'll take the lot. However, since the final sum is quite large, how about we start with an initial deposit through the Northland Bank?
The Northland Bank? Huh. Oh, you refer to the fiduciary house. Oh, very well.
You even have this...
I fear people only use the term bank nowadays.
You even have different
I'll be off
name for
I'll
that.
return to collect the goods once you've received the funds.
Naruto, if you didn't hear me earlier, internet connection is breaking a little bit, so that's the reason why it was lagging. At least it's in the end, and not while we were doing the whole quest.
My days have been quite
and
pleasant
yeah,
as
it
well.
seems that it is
I
happening
had been
again,
quietly
but
enjoying
okay,
a cup
never
of tea
mind.
when Mr. Xiaozu requested my
Zhao's
services.
mom and dad, yeah.
As for you, Miss Xianyun, I presume you must be looking to settle in this.
And they have so much respect
I must say,
for each
the
other.
name Xianyun sounds exceedingly strange coming from you. Perhaps you could dispense of that particular epithet in further conversation.
Whatever for. Am I not addressing you as a friend should?
Well, that is true, but...
But...
Alas, refer to me however you will. After all, a name exists such that others may address you with it. One is hardly ignorant of that fact.
It would seem that you have gained many valuable
yeah, I can
insights
see that
over
it
the
is
years,
okay now.
Cloud Retainer.
One has indeed.
It was
One's
lagging only
previous
for
days were all
a
brief.
minute or two.
Now that one has made up one's mind to move and settle, one has gained a much better appreciation of the hubbub and commotion of the city, as well as the people's hard work and ardor. This city is much changed from how it was more than 1,000 years ago.
Not unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people ebb and flow. From turmoil to peace, enlightenment to aspiration. Human society possesses limitless potential. In another 1,000 years, the scene we witness here may change in ways that are impossible for either of us to imagine.
Alright, that's enough reflection for one day. No need to get all sentimental on us.
You make a valid point, Paimon. Now that the sale has concluded, what say one plays the host as we try some specialty dishes together? One must profess great interest in trying bamboo shoot soup.
I already ate
Perhaps
it.
You have forgotten, Cloud Retainer, but I once tried my hand at that dish. You were at the table on that occasion, so logic dictates that you should have already tried it.
Oh? What occasion was this?
It was a reunion between friends several centuries ago. Alas, you must have been too preoccupied to secure yourself a portion. Or perhaps our other companions simply availed themselves
When he
of
made
faster reflexes
himself
on that occasion.
being
Hardly. 'Twas
unrespected
most certainly out of
from
consideration for the
other
others in
people.
attendance. In but a moment, one will show you what it means to have a true deftness of hand. It is settled then. Bamboo shoot soup, mora meat, crab roe tofu, triple layered consomme. We shall enjoy the lot. One has already passed word to Shenhun Ganyu to make a reservation. It is prime time for them to meet one's newest disciple. Is that agreeable to everyone?
Yes.
It should be a most splendid occasion.
Thank you so much, Cloud Retainer.
Yu, come now, it is time to dine. Ah, this gentleman over here is Mr. Zhongli. He is,
A humble employee of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Zhongli. That should be everyone, right? Let's go!
Yeah, let's go!
Sounds good. Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even just one bite. You know, 'cause it's super tempting and stuff. Is that true?
That sounds rather implausible. Although with the right preparation, certain dishes can be too delicious.
Are they
to resist.
finally doing it?
Why are you all walking so fast? Hey, wait for Paimon!
They are finally doing it. Yes, you should do this absolutely every single time when you are switching places with characters. Okay? Every single time. Getting frustrated again. Okay, guys. Let's see. Unsigned letter. Okay, I'm going to skip it because okay, she's talking about Granny and Daddy. Yeah, okay, goodbye. I'm not going to read all of that. The quest as a quest, yeah, no fighting actually. That one fight, that's like, it was no fighting at all. And I thought that I will really use my Zhao and see if he can get much more damage. Quest was enjoyable. It was, you know, slow and easy. Yes, it was definitely enjoyable, although I miss the fighting in the story quests. I really want to see the fights, okay? I really want to see them in every single quest to learn a little bit more about the kit of the every single character, okay? That would have been amazing if they put it in the story quest, but they didn't, so it is what it is. That's it. I will see you on Wednesday, same time, in between 3 and 4 p.m. Universal time, of course, +0. Yes, stream is ending now, and as I said, I will see you on Wednesday. We are gonna be doing weekly bosses. On Wednesday I'm gonna collect Mora because I don't have any Mora left. So yeah. Yes, the cutscene was amazing. Traveler is finally talking. I'm so happy. I want him to talk as much as possible, okay? Every single time, just let him talk. Let him talk.
Tastes the same as
It's not night at the moment. It is 8 p.m. soon, but yeah. Thanks Naruto for joining me today, for staying the whole stream again. I hope that everyone enjoyed the stream and the story. I will see you on Wednesday. We are gonna do some challenges and we're gonna... Come on, Zhongli. Is that really now happening? Okay. On Wednesday I will see you in the stream. We're gonna do some challenges. We're gonna collect dailies, collect some Mora, upgrade something on